Creation, a world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound, and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The Exalted, those chosen and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have, and can, pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they aren't too busy fighting each other. Now, chills as aura.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember when I came up with Butt City.
Korak as Lythander. Alatos as Gavel, the hammer of the Yozi.
Alright. Gotta make sure we have all of our pre-con plans in order.
And Gimerex as everyone else. After long sorceress work, we have finally constructed the sorceress engine, the Torment Nexus. From the classic sorceress text, don't create the Torment Nexus. Must band together to save the dreaming sea, and perhaps reality itself, from the greatest that creation has ever known, the Loom of Doom. All this and more on FateBreakers.
Bark, bark.
Now, fortunately, sorceress rules means you can't change the past in Exalted, so we don't have to worry about Z-O. Oh, no, wait, Orabilis isn't here yet. Orochi, what happened last time? To which of us are you referring? Any of you which would have the clearest example to give an audience recap, I suppose.
Gotta give him head, baby!
Which one? Last time, a confluence of circumstances permitted me to leave our gal for but a brief scant few moments, via one of our infernals and her allies winning a war which was deemed to be impossible, and yet they still prevailed and killed the Dragonbloods that opposed them. All I had time to do was to influence the losers of that particular conflict, but I was able to inform the Infernal about a serious problem, to address it bluntly, in the city of Brass, that the Ouroboros is massively damaging to my interests, and mine, and mine, and mine, and mine. Then we are in agreement. Take care of it. Also, Lythander may have seeded the downfall of Prasad
Boros.
via his mushroom children.
I don't know how. They just got on there. I don't take any responsibility for my children. They're adults.
They will be someday, once they go through mushroom puberty.
Son of man.
I feel sorry for this world.
Yeah, so, new threat dropped. Umbral, and Umbral is present, and is causing problems in hell via wrecking relationships between a bunch of demons. The example that I would give in order to explain why this is a problem, I think it's safe to say that all human beings in Exalted have intimacies like saying, I like to breathe, or I need water to live. Those aren't listed on their sheets because, well, those kind of go without saying. Demons don't usually have to care about those kinds of things. Something is making them care. This is causing problems because of scarcity in Malfeas. 9 poisoned water is at a premium, which is a real fucking big problem when all of a sudden you need non-poisoned water to live.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Gotta figure out what's causing all these issues.
It's probably a good time to note that is happening at the same time as Hellcon. Long foreshadowed since Act 2, I believe.
Hellcon.
The Infernal Moot will be meeting.
Oh, dear.
And at least one other participant there is a fairly big name, has made a name for himself by the name of Tepet Atep, known in demon circles now for stealing the peaches of immortality.
Yes, that's right. Oh, goodness.
Here seen celebrating the results of a successful heist.
Oh, goodness sakes.
It's canon that he looks like that. I'm sorry, but it is.
That's
I can't
fine.
change that.
That's absolutely fine.
I can't change the past.
But can he change his relationship with
way,
Peg?
Maybe.
Also, you guys are finally on your way to topple Ysir after you've been sitting on Nue's loyalty quest for a while.
Yes. Finally.
Jeffrey can fly, it turns out. Who knew?
Wait, what?
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Jeffrey can fly.
He flies now?
He flies now.
Fly now.
Well, he was a flying island
now.
in his prior life, to be fair. Before Gavel reshaped him.
Dude.
So it's more like he remembered how to fly, rather than he suddenly learned how to fly. I think what you notice first as you approach... there's another city above Palanquin that you didn't notice until now. Let's go ahead and post the artwork again to my players. There's a second city floating above it in the clouds, above the statues. You are, in fact, in Cityception.
Huh.
And when I say in the clouds, I am saying quite literally there is a city floating in the actual sky.
Goodness.
Above here. Posting again. This is where you're headed towards.
Okay.
Oh my.
All of you guys can feel the charges of a sorceress essence from far away, even in the air. And you do see a handful of animas blazing both in the Cloud City and on the island below. Events are... Exalts seem to be doing some big moves here. You are not the only ones around at the moment.
Okay.
And on this other narration for the pre-approach, Lythander.
Yes.
You receive a sorceress message via another one of those infallible messenger sprites. It just shows up in front of you and speaks to you with Mahasuchi's voice. Do not trust her or her cronies. And that's all it says.
Who's the her that they are implying? Is it Sky Sundering Shadow?
I think from context clues, you could probably infer he's most likely referring to Roxy.
Gavel?
Nope, Roxy.
I don't know who Roxy is.
Mentioned in the prior session via the Lunar Pact peeps of one of the lunar bigwigs, arguably one of the most powerful sorcerer in creation.
Gotcha.
She presents herself as the kind of woman who eats babies in order to build a scary image of herself.
Yeah, but doesn't she not eat babies and is really a softie?
She doesn't eat babies. She looks like this, for reference.
Not a softie. Got it.
She's also one of the only survivors of the usurpation.
Got it.
She is 5,000 plus years old.
Understood.
Goodness.
Metal Gear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big 5K.
Of course, yes.
Of course!
Hey, it's about at this time when Novari starts to, the closing circles start to fade away now that his task is complete, now that the Ashen Ones survived the war. Oh, right,
Yes.
It's time for, me to go make my big speech for the end stage. Thank you for letting them not kill me. I'm glad the performance was a success. Oh, wait, hang on a sec. What do you mean you need food? What do you mean? You've never needed food, but... Fucking contract renegotiation with my first circles. God damn it. So...
I could give them alcohol if you want.
No, they already have that in spades. When you come to Malfeas, be sure to try the booze. You'll love it.
They can get mayo.
What's May? And he vanishes mid-question. He returns to Malfeas.
He's gone. Thank
there he
the Lord,
goes.
He's gone. I can't believe I lost Lythander's voice there for a little bit.
Because he
I don't even know.
Because he
if
was
this is
possessing you.
Lythander's voice.
That is Lythander's voice.
Okay.
All right.
On the approach to the city of Blue Gauze, as it is known, you see on the dots of the horizon people moving around very furtively. Most of them aren't human. Most of them are, in fact, elementals. Made of clouds. Except for one person conspicuously glowing the colors of an erupting volcano as a dragon-blooded anima goes off.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to be doing any attacks or anything, but you could definitely tell from essence signatures and by the way that he's flitting back and forth, he is scoping out Jeffrey. He is doing reconnaissance.
Oh.
Can we shoot the water cannon at him?
Go ahead and give me your choice of ranged combat or navigate, Lythander.
Oh, goodness.
With fortitude from how far away you are.
Okay. Let me
Very
go
nice.
into roll 20. You said this wouldn't be a combat-focused session, so I did not get into roll 20 at all.
Well, it won't be combat unless you provoke it into combat, which is what you might be about to be doing.
So you're telling me I want to roll low.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Alright.
Will you? Will you?
Alright. Can I use the Drasty instead?
Not for this instance, no.
Should Drasty.
Dang. My range combat is only a 0, and my navigate is only a 0.
Well, then just roll
And my
base fortitude,
fortitude's
then.
only a 5.
Nice.
You probably want to low row on this, unless you want some bad things to happen.
Watch me get a 10. I was gonna 3 successes.
3.
His defense is a
Successes.
4, thankfully.
Okay. I was gonna say, watch me roll all 10s on this and get 10 successes out of 5 dice
Oh,
somehow.
man.
You can definitely tell that would have knocked a normal human off the fucking Cloud City and sent them crashing to their deaths. But he does in fact move with standard superhuman speed and actually no, elemental protection technique. The same thing that Malik used to defend against a bunch of your shit. He quickly turns on and bends with the water and kind of flows alongside it, making it into an impromptu water slide to slide to the other end of the city.
Okay.
No way to read his face from reactions of what he said,
Sounds
but he is
good.
still alive and up there. And it's at this moment when a sorceress message comes to make itself apparent to all of you. Another infallible messenger, but this one is directed to public speak in chat rather than DMs. It speaks with a voice none of you have heard before.
Okay.
I am
Does he?
sky-scraping Dolam.
Yeah.
Or sorry, cloud-scraping Dolam. Come down to the city to negotiate.
It's kind of close.
Dolam.
Dolam.
Thank you.
And the voice is incredibly deep.
Select.
Deeper than I can affect, most likely. Actually, no, wait, I actually can go that low. Yeah, let's go with this. This is what their voice sounds like.
There you
How
go.
low can you go? I said, how low can you go?
And I will say, there's a few weird things about this sprite, too. It's not little, like the size of a fist, like most of these infallible messengers are. It's about the size of a torso.
Will.
Infallible messengers are usually proportionate to the size of the sorcerer who sends them. An absolute unit is casting this magic.
Oh.
Big Chungus.
So he's overcompensating for something. Got it.
Are you making any efforts to land Jeffrey anywhere in the city, or are you gesturing him to a stop to dock him in, like, the Cloud Harbor?
Pretty much docking him in the Cloud Harbor.
All right, Jeffrey.
So others may gaze upon Jeffrey's brilliance.
I think the person who comes out to meet all of you first is the Dragon Blood, who you can clearly tell is young and is in fact
Engage.
still a teenager.
Huh.
He has a very shitty teenage mustache on him, incredibly thin but crackling like he has been struck by lightning. In fact, all of the hair on his body seems like he was just struck by lightning. He looks like a teenage version of this man.
This man.
Oh,
Oh,
my
shit, Ichiban!
God.
Or at least he has Ichiban's haircut.
Kurosage.
Let's go.
Goodness sakes.
Sorry, Kasuga.
How'd you know my name?
You're thinking of Ichigo.
This slides up to you. All right. Wait. Okay. Rifles through paperwork at his side. Please declare your intentions.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that was a teenage voice crack, as a matter of fact.
Yep. I do not miss those days.
This is in fact a fresh hatched dragon, it seems. Young guy, Essence 1. Please state your intentions. Are you with the Empire of Yazir, or are you with the Rebel faction?
What rebel faction?
The who?
Are you with Rebirths, people?
Who?
Red Hand Rebirth.
Yeah, that's her full name.
Means.
Oh!
And I do not believe...
Then you're with the Empire...
I'm not with my daughter.
Slow blinking. Okay, when you say that you're her father, do you mean you created her, or... Because she has some kind of weird post-death thing going on from my one interaction with her?
I mean, when a mother and a daughter love... When a mother and a father love each other very much, and they stick their...
The point is... I don't think we're... as far as I...
Yeah, I already had the talk a couple months ago when I first lit up. I know how that works!
Okay, alright. Here, have something to drink. I promise it's not poison. It can be whatever you want.
Think about that.
It's at this point when another figure approaches.
I hand him my bottle.
Tall, hulking, massive, about as tall as Red Hand Rebirth, if not bigger. They're also very clearly a beast folk.
Ooh.
Hello.
Reference for the type of beast folk in the back of this from the Exalted 3rd Edition core. Looks like one of the gentlemen in the back.
Monkey.
Right.
They are taller than 10 feet, built like a brick shit house.
Oh my god.
But what strikes you as the weird thing here is their clothing. They're wearing ornate ceremonial armor that, for all the world, looks like it was modeled after a city.
Oh.
I am Cloud Scraping Dolam. I speak for Roxy, the Queen of Fangs.
You. Oh. We've been hearing that name a couple times.
Oh, yes. I've heard
Past few weeks, haven't we?
He actually makes direct, or they actually make direct eye contact with Lythander. You are the other.
Yes, no.
You are the member of the Pact here, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
He turns to the kid. They're on our side. Let them through.
Well.
He mutters, "You could have just said you were with the rebels." and he uses superhuman strength to dock Jeffrey and lend down a bridge for everyone.
We got confused.
Dolam just kind of nods and turns to everyone. Permit me to further introduce myself. I am the exigent architect of Mahalanka.
Mahalanka.
Right.
Architects are an exigent type. Exigents are chosen of the lesser gods that I think we haven't really been super plot important until now. Architects are city exalts. He is the they are the chosen of a city. And which is why they appear to be wearing like fucking shoulder pagodas. Like Warhammer 40k tier shoulder pads, but they're shaped like buildings.
So Warhammer 40k, got it.
Yes, but themed after a building. They're dressed like they are cosplaying a building.
So just like 40k.
Kind of, yeah.
Far out.
They gesture with large apey fingers for you to take a seat on a bench by the docks as you break things down. Excuse you, please take that back. That's racist.
No, that was me coughing.
Oh, okay.
Like, no, that was actually...
Oh, well, you said ooh, so I wanted to make sure.
Oh. Oh, dear.
Do
you need a breath? Do you need a cough mint, Lythander?
Yes, please.
Cough drop.
Nue runs off the boat. Oh, guys, good. You should have waited for me. I could have cleared things up. I know these guys.
Hey!
Remember when I had to go off and do my own thing when you guys were in Champor?
No,
yes.
This is what I was doing.
Yeah.
You were betraying
Ooh.
us?
What's your... what the...
No.
We have to have a long talk about Lythander's weird obsession with betrayal, and in fact being able to have multiple interests at the same time.
I should be your world.
He really likes betrayal. I don't know what to say.
You're talking to the wrong Lunar.
He really likes betrayal.
I know. I'm messing with you.
She just rolls her eyes.
Oh dear.
Then you must be, Dark Talon Nue. I was workshopping my sobriquets. I might switch that out at some point. The point being is I see you're finally back with the army you promised. Yeah. How's Roxy do? Is she here? Not yet. I used travel without distance to get here, and you actually arrived right on time for the proper counteroffensive. Is what I would be saying is, if there weren't an issue,
it's what I would say.
They're all gone.
What's the issue? Wait, who's all gone?
He points down. They point down at the city beneath the clouds, at Palanquin. It's empty.
What?
Oh my god.
I sent an available messenger down there to scout things out. Every man, woman, child, whether they are from Yazia or out of the city, vanished.
Ugh.
No signs of a struggle, no corpses, no blood. They're just vanished into the darkness. So you can see why this is stymieing our revolt effort if there's nowhere to win the revolt for. Everyone make difficulty 10 awareness rolls. Any attribute.
10 awareness. Okay.
Awareness.
Any attribute. Okay.
Let me give that a look-see.
Oh, we know how this is going to go.
I could probably use my...
Please. Full of grace.
I mean, that's 8. I mean...
That'll get you a little bit of information, if not the full context.
That's... I'm trying to think, is there any way for me to stunt this?
There might actually be, yeah.
Let me get that. There
Chills and Lythander, if you can find good retro stunts, that might get you over.
What do you mean?
It's difficulty
that
10.
Do it?
Yep. Yeah.
10?
Indeed.
Jesus. Alright.
You know, let me get a bird's eye view.
Well, boy,
I'm going to fly over it, over the city.
Okay. That actually will get you a stunt. For a few reasons that I'll get into it, based on success or failure.
9. Dang.
What do I do here?
1 off. Anybody want to do a help action?
Oh, goodness.
Spider can do you a help action.
Sure. Well, Spider chucks me into the stratosphere.
Well,
That's a failed help action, actually.
Well,
you need 3 successes to help.
Oh, my goodness.
Being a natural city slicker, Aura is used to exploring these spaces, these large, open, populated spaces, the locations with glitz in a way. So, Aura moves attempts to move with purpose, talking to only the people she really needs to. Mostly just because it's the kind of thing that's second nature to her. She's interested in appreciating the space in a way.
Alright, at a stunt. 2 dice.
Alright. Let's see if we can do it.
You do it!
Hey!
Holy shit!
Excellent.
All
Wow, yes. Double
Good
10s.
shit. Good stuff. Double 10s.
Wow.
Thank you.
12 successes.
Good to know. Indeed.
Start with Lythander first, because he didn't completely fail, but he misses a very important detail.
Okay.
As you fly down over the city of Palanquin proper, it's not quite accurate that everyone in the city is gone. You do see some signs of life, but it's almost all of people hiding. What they're hiding from, it's not clear, but it's not completely depopulated, but whatever kinds of Yaziri foot traffic from the people occupying their city and actual Palanquin locals, you could tell who all of the Yaziri would be, because they're either all Fallout style mutated, or are sorcerously, supernaturally, creepily perfect. None of those people are here. It's all the locals who are left, but hiding. Including from any birds that happen over by, because what you also notice, there's no wildlife. Every single place you would visit in creation would have birds, insects, rats, animals of any kind. None of them alive. You notice quite a few of them dead and hung up. In the same way that Vlad the Impaler would hang corpses of people, but instead they're all animal corpses.
Wow.
It's almost like they're trying to kill any animals for the sake of rooting out a lunar infiltrator.
That's scary.
It's when some of them start to come back with spears and arrows, and you are probably going to get out of there before you get pincushioned.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And that's why you missed a critical detail. But Aura, on the other hand... Actually, no, I will say, Lythander, you do notice one other thing.
Okay.
Your shadow is moving independently of you, and that is true of everything in the city.
That's not good.
No, it's not. I should note, this is not underworld effects. This isn't interacting with the underworld or anything you know of as a necromancer. This is something else.
That's not good at all.
Aura. I'm assuming you physically descend to the city as helped by one of the Blue Gauze rebels. Now, because you present as a normal human being, you are in fact not lynched immediately by people looking out for lunars. So you are able to get a little bit of on-the-seas information from hiding out with a heartwarming bunch of local orphans who are fucking terrified out of their minds. Okay, so it's a living person. Oh, thank God. Thank heavens. Ma'am, what the hell happened?
What the hell happened
To the city. One day it was business as usual, then all the Uziri start screaming at each other and ripping themselves apart.
No, definitely sounds like a noteworthy occurrence. I actually don't. I'm going to be honest. I actually don't remember if I know this because it's been a long time. Can't say I know. I'm just passing through. But if you got any more info on that, I'd be happy to hear you out.
The kid near the back actually pipes up. It's about the shadows in the city are all wrong. And she points down, and hey, sure enough, your shadow is doing some weird shit. And all of their shadows, and all of the building shadows.
Huh. Now, I know one person with shadow in the name. I don't know if this is her doing. Might be worth asking around, though.
You could tell that your shadow is talking to someone from the way that it's bent over. Can't hear what it's saying, but...
What are you doing, buddy?
Actually, from 12 successes, you could read its lips. Ouroboros, they're onto you. Duck while you can.
Ouroboros, they're onto you, huh? So we met this Ouroboros.
Not directly.
Last session,
You were just told of their existence.
We were told, and we were told to watch out. Right. So I believe the welcoming committee has arrived. I should probably go tell Gavel about this. If anybody could probably give us a
wait, hang on. We have to check to make sure you're not the anathema. And then they all just start sniffing you.
Oh.
No, okay, she doesn't smell like salt. She's good. You do know one person who conspicuously smells like the sea everywhere they go. 100 Venoms Stinger. You saw through his tail when you met back in the Thunderdome.
Ooh, I see. Huh. You guys are after someone I'm after.
Oh, after us?
Well.
No, we were waiting for an Immaculate to come by, or I heard there's at least one dragon up in the city, and he has this weird monkey friend who's super strong. Anxious to get them down here?
Yeah, I have met a lot of people over this course of this.
It's a very eventful adventure, and it's been 5 minutes.
Tell you what, kids. What can I do to? How can I do this? Is it bad? Is it bad? Is it bad? I want to use these kids to help me spy around the city. Is that bad?
The kids don't seem to be in immediate danger.
Yeah, but they're like around.
Yes.
Like they get around.
You're the one picked by the sun, the king of morality. That's your call. What's moral and what's not. Side note: that's maybe why things got so bad thousands of years ago.
Well, a little skeevy, but I'm giving them pocket money. It's worth it. The kids. So I need your help with something. We're new in town. We don't know. So I'm new. We're new in town. We don't know the place around that well. Tell you what. If you guys manage to catch a whiff of the fella who smells like the sea, you let me know. You look for a yellow bird. All right. You let me know. Actually, better idea. Look for a yellow mouse, and let me know.
Oh, she has a magic rat. She has a magic rat. Amir Jr. cuddles up next to them.
Oh. Yeah, that's Amir Jr. Much friendlier than the real Amir. Also, I gotta get closer to the microphone for this line. Anyway, see you kids around. Thanks for the information.
You cross by Spider just wandering the streets. This is bullshit. There's nothing to do here.
Come on, Spider. This is a chance for breaking out of your shell, getting out of your old habits and trying something new. Like
social influence
for
roll
instance,
on Spider.
Me? Social influence roll on Spider?
No, someone else.
Wait, who? Whoa, Sun King Radiance.
Unfortunately, Sun King Radiance, that would give him a +2 bonus, I think. Alright, so that brings his base resolve of 3 up with Intimacy of Courage to 6. Sun King Radiance pushes it to 8. That is 1 overflow success. I think...
Unfortunate. I was actually going to try and
okay, well, it's not a persuade action, it's an instill action. I think this actually happens before your exchange with him occurred, as you see Spider's shadow lunge from beneath the floor like a fucking stand and whisper something in his ear. He completely falls over backwards in complete surprise. What the fuck? Falls ass over tea kettle around, is whipping around, open chest cavity. You could see artfully stands the shadow descending back through the floor. Then he turns to look at you. You want to do a read intentions on Spider?
Sure. What do I roll for this?
Your choice of awareness or embassy.
I got 6. What do I get?
Spider... A curse is not necessarily the right word, but you do definitely tell that someone just really fucked with Spider's head. I'm not sure if mind control is the right word, but when your own shadow emerges from the floor and whispers, "Trust no one," to you, and it puts you on your sheet as a minor intimacy, That can be kind of bad.
Ah, fuck it. Ah, fuck, it's Memento. We're doing Memento now. Great. Hey, Spider, you good?
I'm not good. What the hell was that?
Ah, yeah, I just talked with the kids from that suspicious back alley over there. Apparently whoever that Orochi fellow we were supposed to watch out for. Yeah, they got power over shadows, and they can fuck with it, and they can mess with our shadows. Mine apparently they got out of hand. Fucking told them we're here. So yeah, now Orochi knows we're here, and
Orochi's the demon. The Ouroboros is the Umbral.
Or the Ouroboros. Excuse me, wrong guy. Confused. Got him.
They do sound vaguely similar. I get it. I also maybe should have thought of Cloud scraping Dolom, maybe giving it something to differentiate them from Sky Sundering Shadow.
Yeah.
Anyway, big news. Anyway, I need to inform Gavel about this development. Keep an eye on your shadow. Try not to wander off. All right.
How do I know you're the real one? He says, taking a step back from you. What if you're him in disguise?
What do I have to do to prove it to you?
Do some solar shit. He can't fake animas. And he says this, pointedly looking at all of the fake, at all of the animal corpses. Yes, in public.
Okay, I'm just gonna look and see if anybody's looking at me because I don't like... Because everybody, we're kind of supposed to be incognito here.
Doesn't seem to be anyone.
By the way, did someone plant that idea in his head?
Yes, via trust no one.
Can I roll? No, but I mean that particular idea of getting me to do some solar shit in public.
Well, that's just how he would express you to prove your identity, because while Lunars can fake people's anima, it's not perfect.
Okay, let me see. Hey, Spider. I promise not to smack you. Deal? Shake on it. We shake on it, and then I smack him. And then I suffer my oath.
Oh goodness.
My minor oath.
All right, you'll get -1 to dice pools for this scene, I think.
Oh.
-2 for the rest of the session.
Wait, what? Okay, well.
-2 dice penalty to any subsequent rolls for the rest of the session.
Okay.
Oh, my bad!
Well, that convinces him, thankfully. As you can definitely feel the magic feedback from breaking your oath.
Now do you believe me, you fucking asshole?
You couldn't think of a better way to phrase that? Alright, well, he can't do that, then, so you're not the lunar. Or at least not that lunar.
Rude!
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is...
Jellyfish!
In the sky.
Anyway. Look out for somebody who smells like the ocean.
Oh, you could have opened with that.
That's... yeah, probably could have.
Wait, does this mean that Spider is not bound by us anymore and is just here through friendship?
Yes.
What?
Partially.
Yes.
Because we broke the...
I mean, you did that when you purchased him as an ally, and also when, the Infernal tricked him into breaking that oath anyway. Ally asterisk. A seed may have been planted to do some bullshit with that.
Gotcha.
Alright, so... Gavel.
Yes, and...
let me go get a picture of this gentleman that approaches you out of the blue, as I'm assuming you're waiting up next to Jeffrey, still conferring information with everyone else.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, a very unexpected figure approaches you. You recognize one of the more well-known, or I should say infamous, demons of Malfeas. manifest and approach you and walk over specifically to talk to Dolam. Florivert, the Will of the Wind.
Will of the Wind.
And yeah, I basically take... Also, I take Spider with me if it wasn't obvious.
Yeah.
I need him with me.
That's not supposed to happen. Let me go into the Exalted Sheets thing to get the picture of this guy. You know that he is effectively one of the most skilled travelers and one of the most well-journeyed of all of the servants of the Yozi. He has a pretty well-known ship made of glass. His bones are also now made of glass. So he's not great in a fight. However, he's effectively the demonic version of Captain Jack Sparrow. Everything that implies. Oh, hey, look, boss, it's another one of them infernals. Hi, I'm Florivert. Nice to meet you, kid.
Florivert. Okay, hold on. Let me...
Accent.
And I'm guessing, based on reputation, Gavel would at least somewhat know about this gentleman.
Yeah, you would know that he used to have a career as a pretty well-regarded scholar under his progenitor Orabilis, but he got the Wanderlust and decided to try and leave Hell, which is a bit difficult when it's a prison designed to keep you all inside. He decided to change careers. His boss reacted to that by replacing all his bones with glass.
I see.
My bones are made out of glass.
He looks like this guy.
Glass bones and paper skin.
It's like, I can barely tell what I'm looking at, but it looks awesome. I know
and
that
I should
much.
note, in his other hand is a bong.
Oh, that's so hilarious. All right.
Hey, want to hit off this? It's some real good shit.
No, I don't participate in those kinds of vices.
Alright, to each their own, and he takes another hit. Starts coughing.
Does that help you with your travels, Florivert?
It helps distract from the pain of having my bones replaced from glass, yeah.
You know what? Fair point.
It's good for the glaucomas.
Florivert, what have you been able to find on whatever's causing all this down below? Oh, well, you're on the wrong demon to ask. They're back in the city right now. Wait. There's a gate to Malfeas here? Was. I mean, you could open it back up if you use some of that sorceress mojo jojo, but someone here deliberately closed it behind them. You can open it again, but it'll take a bit of time. Someone there's trying to cover their tracks, but has some of their minions back here. Oh! Other thing I wanted to mention. They have some kind of weird martial arts thing. Yeah, so I went by Sartorica's place one of these days just to get a big scrap in on my training for my big road trip. He showed off this thing called Throne Shadow Style.
Let me write that down real quick.
It's effectively the teacher's martial arts. See, you get your students together and you imprint an essence pattern onto them, and you can all fight as one in a sick unit figure, and you could use them as extensions of yourself from a distance, too.
Power Ranger Mechazord.
Not far off, yeah. It's also, if you are Star Wars fans, this is battle meditation. Syncing an army together.
Star Wars battle meditation. Meditation.
Oh, yeah, one of those Throne Shadow cronies is absolutely here.
Lovely.
Here.
Do we know if it's the actual teacher or just one of the students?
Well, give him all the wine and I'm hearing back home. Takes another puff. Just a student.
Okay, so not too bad at least, but still leaves the question of who the teacher might be.
Oh, I think I may have passed by whoever it was. I couldn't really get a good look at them, but they smelled real bad.
Like what?
What?
Oh, I know exactly who that is.
Motherfucker!
We need to kill him.
Alright, we should... Alright, before you go kill him, you should probably go grill him for info.
No. No, I could take the info after he's dead.
Alright, who is this guy? Dolam actually raises a hand. Are you referring to 100 Venoms Stinger?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
I take a deep whiff to see if I smell brine.
Not among you right now, no.
Okay.
No, I
You
should...
do look very chilly-like.
You say that the floor hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you want a puff?
Yes.
Well,
Okay, take a rip of Florivert's bong.
Yep. I do the Gandalf circles with the smoke.
Nice.
Goodness.
hey.
Since you're back on the Cloud City, the shadow magic does not appear to be affecting any of you here, I should note.
That's good.
Oh, it is at this point, Spider comes up, takes one look at Florivert. Oh, sick, a demon! Oh, wait, you're the one behind this bullshit! He goes in and enters Advocate Sepulchre of Extinction style.
Oh, goodness.
Does anyone want to stop him from killing the demon stoner?
Please, yes.
Wait! Spider, he's okay!
What would you like me to do?
Force presence.
I was gonna say, what do you do?
Please,
How
do
do
I
you
have
try to
it?
stop
No.
Spider?
Alright, force presence, let's see.
Are you trying to stare Spider down? Are you
Oh, if you
telling
want
him sternly no?
to...
I'm looking at him right in the eyes, and I'm just giving off the feeling of, don't you fucking do it.
That doesn't stop Spider, you know this.
I know, but I'm giving
Well,
an
let's see-
attempt 2 successes.
He ignores you.
Yep.
Now listen here, Spider.
Spider!
Why do you want to kill this man?
Because he's a demon. He's probably behind all the weird bullshit that just happened downstairs.
Can I do a read intentions on this demon that's in front of us?
Yeah, go ahead and read intentions on Florivert.
Alright, what would I need to roll for that?
Awareness or embassy?
Awareness or embassy? I'm gonna do embassy plus fortitude.
Okay.
I'm going to look him dead in the eye, take another puff, blow smoke in his face.
Now you're just adding second hand to his
You also
high.
had a stunt.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
From magic weed. That's a
Yeah.
success.
Okay.
Wow.
Magic weed.
He has
Alright,
no
yeah.
ulterior motive here. He's just genuinely serving Dolam as the summoner right now, gathering information.
Right now he's just gathering information. He's not the one doing this. Yeah.
Spider starts sniffing you.
What, you're going to... What, do I smell like a goat in a barn? If so, that's a compliment.
I was checking to make sure you didn't smell like the ocean.
Oh, you mean like piss for brains.
That's important.
Alright, the
what was his name?
kid raised a hand. Okay, hang on. I'm new to all of this Exalted shit. Who is this guy? Okay, I get that there's an anathema, but what's his deal?
Who, Spider? Or the other one?
Salt guy.
Oh, he is an asshole. He's tried to steal my claim.
That's
Wait,
your
no,
teacher,
that
actually.
was... Well, and him. They both did.
I don't know if a spider directly... No, a stinger didn't do that. It was just, your leopard.
Well, he tried to steal my claim to the bones.
He did do that, yeah.
Bones on.
The boons.
Well, okay, so... He wants power.
He wants power.
I know, that's everybody in this setting, I know, but... He's evil, let's just say. He wants to see the world burn.
And you don't? Spider says, twisting his head.
Question mark?
So, Spider, the world and the people in it are two different things. You know this. society-
Windows
in the
dial-up
society.
noises.
What did he mean by
Yeah.
this?
Olam raises her hand. Alright, let me clarify this a bit more for the kid over here. He's a member of the Shadow Fang Vanguard. They are They oppose us in the Pact. They want to build their own empire rather than making any society approaching something pleasant to live in, shall we say. They want to build their own goddamn realm. Oh, you should have opened with that! Perhaps I should have.
I feel like it's been a theme over the past few minutes. Also, I think I did something to my back a couple of seconds ago because I needed to prove to Spider that I was me. That's gonna hurt for the rest of the session. Sorry.
Your boob's too big. Too much estrogen.
Yeah.
Why did you have to go and hit Spider? He's a good boy, you know this. Isn't that right, Spider?
I needed to prove to him that I was
No,
real.
he's not. No, I'm not. Nue and Spider say it at the same time.
I agree.
Anyway, you know this isn't true. If he was bad, why would he help us?
Because he likes you for some reason?
And anybody who likes me can't possibly be bad, right?
Narrows my eyes at Lythander. You know who I am, yes?
Yes, you're the... Yes? Are you saying that you're a bad person?
Narrows my eyes again.
Are you saying that that your troops that you treat so kindly are not worth it anymore?
Oh, the troops are still in the middle of the days-long celebration that has been happening since they finally beat Prasad. This is about the same kind of ceremony that happened at the end of A New Hope, when they blew up the Death Star. That is that level of hype. We beat the evil empire going on with the Ashen Ones.
Absolutely.
Your memory card set.
Yeah, there was absolutely
That's
a ceremony where they gave you the medal like they should have done with Chewbacca.
Heck yes.
That's good.
I guess Spider is Chewbacca in this situation since he sure as shit didn't get a medal.
Hey.
Oh, that's a low blow.
Is it?
But
That's a blow.
yes, because you know that I hold my troops in quite the high regard.
Yes.
I train them myself, after all.
Yes, and?
With the talk of morality aside...
Shit.
Anyway, are you saying that you're a bad person?
Nue's not.
Almost
Nue's
forgot
not
to
there.
mention. Boss.
Oh.
Shit. Almost forgot to mention. Boss.
Hmm.
So, bet. Okay, so we got trouble.
What's the trouble?
The trouble is, well, the friggin', so the trouble is there's a fella by the name of Orochi,
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros, yes, that's right, in the city. I believe we were told to watch out for them, a few moments back. Yeah, so, they got power over shadows and they're causing trouble. They freaked out Spider a couple minutes ago. It was real scary.
It's a little bit more than that, Flavor says, taking another puff of his bong. They closed the gate to Malfeas behind them, so you're gonna need to pop that back open.
That's true.
Takes another puff. Oh, by the way, I wanted to extend you guys an invitation. We're holding a game.
What's
We're holding a
game?
Any of you guys ever heard of
What kind of game,
a sport
baby?
called football?
Oh, isn't that the sport where you kick a ball with your foot?
I love
Yeah, that's why it's called football.
No, Oh, I
Exactly.
suppose I'm too used to the Yadana version then.
How'd
The
you play it
what
in
version?
Yadana?
Huh?
Play it in there.
Oh yes, Yadana's version of football is a tad different, you see.
Do you take it to
the-
the Bahamas? Yadana,
No.
your mama. Ooh, come on, pretty mama.
No.
Oh,
It's, well, despite being called football, as the name is said, instead, the players of football in Yadana hold it with their hands and try to run it into the goal.
that just sounds
Blasphemy.
stupid.
Dolam raises a hand. Wait, that's just rugby.
Yes, but they
True.
call it football in Yadana.
That's just stupid.
Fuck, did you call it foot?
Like, are you just stupid in Yadana?
Jesus.
I was raised in Yadana. I wasn't born there.
Yes. So that still means the question:
I look to Jeffrey. I look to probably the few some of the army members who are probably out and about. And then I look to Lythander again. No, I would say quite the opposite. Although I'm sure many in the eyes of history, many of my choices will be quite
questionable,
contrasted, shall we say?
Questionable. Got it.
Yes.
Dolam clears their throat. In any case, I, through training with my mistress, was able to reach the second circle of sorcery recently.
Very nice.
I do believe I may be able to assist in opening the gate. The issue is in finding it. There is a second gate in the city, the entry to what was referred to as heaven, but I'm fairly certain it isn't, because otherwise this place will be crawling with sidereals and their proxies. Through perfect memory recall that you guys have, they're referring to the Zenmu Gateway.
Makes for a nice postcard.
Heaven 0.5.
All right.
Now, I was here for the gateway and for... Oh, yeah, you're bringing your team for... Yes, that's right. Roxy has requested that we bring a delegation that participate in this football. Yeah, you guys want in?
I mean, do we have anything to do right now?
Let me just pull out this quest log, look through. Where the fuck is Answer? It is in the city of Malfeas, I should know. It's Floravert requesting, inviting you to the football game or tournament.
I mean, we do have to go to Malfeas anyway, so I mean...
You gotta...
What's the harm, right? I mean, we have a good team. We have Spider, we have the Daydites?
Ashen ones.
Ashen ones.
Ashen ones.
I am so sorry.
Rebranding.
I forgot about the rebrand for a second. We have the Ashen ones.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Exactly right.
We have New Way, right? You can kick a ball around, right?
Roll for usage of one more thing.
Oh boy.
That's a success, but that won't take effect until later.
I'm scared.
Don't worry about it. So, current plan of action. Dolop's just trying to get all of your goddamn attention again. Before we could deal with any sports or anything of other matter, we have to deal with the fucking shadow monster. Can we agree on that?
Oh,
yes.
right. Yeah, that, sure.
Also, find out where the hell everyone downstairs went so we can finish this goddamn revolt.
Agreed.
It's at this point when
Yes,
Nue reappears as Aura again.
Yo.
Sorry. I had to use your shape for continuing the thread with those kids downstairs. I have good news and bad news.
Tell us the bad news.
That's great.
Unfortunately, the good news has to come first. I found where I think the missing people are.
That's bad news.
They're trapped in the shadows of the city.
That's bad news.
Oh, no.
Oh, nuts.
I think this Ouroboros guy used some whack-ass magic to put him there.
Whack-ass Christmas.
The issue with that is this is solar-level magic.
Oh, brother. I ain't no magician.
There's a spell
That's the problem.
in the highest circle of sorcery to banish a place as big as a city to another plane of existence.
Huh.
That sounds ravishing, I guess.
Yeah, it's real fucked up.
Scary.
Solars back in the day were way too quick to use that. Present company excluded.
Oh, no.
Present company included. Got it.
I do think that that the Dragonblight Kid takes a step back when it is mentioned Gavel's a solar.
Gavel is a solar?
Well, or Gavel was a solar.
Used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, were we just a pact of Lunas and Solars? And that's it?
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow, we were dicks, weren't we?
All right. I think at this point we might want to have some dice start hitting the table, but before that, there is one other thing that will become apparent through the one more thing.
One more thing!
Who is staying at the Cloud City and who is going below to start the investigation for magic working and research?
What's it? Gavel's definitely going to be on the magic research team.
Okay.
Given how she has a high sagacity as well.
Indeed.
Who's going down to the city?
I'm going down to the city.
Okay. Lythander.
I am
City Slicker.
going.
I can do that.
You know what? I'll join the party.
Okay.
Lythander joins the party.
At some
Because
point,
every party needs a pooper.
crossing into the city,
Hey.
you are pretty high up from... You have to use a different exit point because of... as the Ashton ones start moving into the city, certain troop transport logistics have to take place. You have to take a smaller elevator down so they could use the big cloud elevator.
Yeah.
It starts smelling oddly like salt on the way down.
Oh, bollocks.
In the reflection of a shop with... you go into the Cloud District. You'll come here often, but you actually do have to go through there in order to get through Palanquin. At the very top, the high districts of the city, you pass through a shop. You see a certain familiar figure standing in the reflection.
Right.
I was wondering when you guys would stop by here.
Yo.
Yep, that's 100 Venoms Stinger just vibing in the reflection.
Oh, yes, indeed. Gavel's going to look at the reflection.
There's the picture.
Well,
Lythander just looks and says, "You? What are you doing here?"
I figured you'd come here at some point, given her fuck-ups. Gestures at Nue, flinches again.
You mean yours got it?
I had nothing to do with... You know what? No, that actually is a lie. If it weren't for me being in Ysir's grip, Luna wouldn't have found me in the first place.
Right,
I doubt that I'm the only one here that you know in your social circles who have been hurt by those people. Why are you... I will say this before you bother breaking any of my dear friends' enchantments. Don't. This will be helping you take down Ysir if you keep the lion's share of their forces and sorceress manpower in the shadows. Collateral damage is a shame, but hey, we'll let them out once Ouroboros is done killing all the Ysiri. He's gonna try a persuasion action on everyone.
oh goodness.
Let me double check what it says about castless lunars, because I think there are some anima effects that he would be using here if he can. Yep, surprise! Spider's never had a or Stinger's never had a cast this whole time.
What?
Yep. He likes the pure unfiltered lunar flexibility. Essence in auto
That
success.
was an option?
Yeah.
Why didn't nobody tell me that was an option?
Solid.
Yeah, he is going to be adding 4 auto successes to this persuasion roll.
All right.
And this is going to be with the penalty from addressing a cloud for the persuasion actions.
Oh.
Let me just quickly redo the math again. -3 plus 3. Okay, that just cancels out the flurry penalty. So,
Oh my
all right.
goodness.
What's everyone's result? That is 7 plus 4, 11 successes.
Okay.
Jesus. Yeah, my resolve is high, but not that high.
Now you could use your perfect social defense on this if you so choose.
I could, and I will. I will. I should have our moats back by this point, right?
Yes, everyone's at full. Now
Yay.
I will note,
Right, I'm gonna spend 2 and get a power and get an anima, thanks to Sun King Radiance.
Let's see.
you could of course refuse outright, but let me know what your resolve is and what intimacies you would be using to try and resist.
Let's see. My resolve is 3.
You have any intimacies against this man?
100 Venoms Stinger?
Yeah.
Didn't he try to kill Jeffrey once?
No. I don't think he ever directly attacked you. He's just done some sinister shit in the background.
Then no, I do not. Granted, I do find it funny that if creatures of Malfeas or objects of ridicule is a thing that I have.
You took that instead of taking them seriously. You know, no, I'll make fun of them even harder.
Yeah.
I'll keep doing it to you.
Alright, so if you're not using any intimacies, that would beat you with 8 overflow. If you refuse this social influence, he will get 8 dice on his next roll against you. But you could hard bargain out of it instead.
So, what is he trying to influence us to do?
To let him and Ouroboros finish purging the Yaziri while they're trapped in the shadows, so that... So just do nothing while you're here. Don't fuck with us, and we won't fuck with you.
I don't like that.
Alright, the hard bargain in this case, give me a moment to think of what would be a good compromise point for that.
Scary.
And I'll tell you exactly why I don't like that.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Sounds good.
So the reason why is because us Lunars don't like that.
Okay? Question marks?
Well, because we're all about freedom.
Oh, this one isn't. I think the hard bargain, in addition to the major intimacy of rage one that you always have open to you, in this instance...
You know, I'll just let him get the extra dice against me.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Alright, got it. What about you, Gavel?
Famous last words. I know.
My resolve is also 3.
Any intimacy?
Let's see.
Wicked rulers and tyrants could probably apply here.
Okay, then yes. We'll go with the I must kill wicked rulers.
Because whatever it is, he sure as hell is not coming into this in good faith.
Mm-hmm.
He also wants to build an empire, and possibly take people's faces as part of that, from perfect memory mentions for his recruiting stuff.
Indeed.
So that brings your resolve to, I believe, 6. If Sun King Radiance is still up, that further raises it to 8. So that would be 3 overflow if you refuse this outright, but you could also take a hard bargain.
Let's see. Do I have any... I don't think I have anything that would boost my resolve. No, because that's for the Exalted soldiers.
I think
Let's see.
the hard bargain in this instance for you, in addition to the Lythander option, which is always possible.
That's if Lythander lets you.
Yes.
So.
The option here would be to have him, in order to secure your cooperation, I think the idea that occurs to Gavel is you're going to want to explain who the fuck his friend is before you agree. I think that that could be a hard bargain option.
Yes, tell me who your friend is first, and I might agree to that.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and phrase that as you think Gavel would.
All right, if you want us to leave the both of you alone, I like to know who both is in reference to exactly. We obviously know about you already, but it'd be so rude for you to exclude your new friend, now wouldn't it?
But of course.
Both of these nuts.
Alright, I suppose it's about time. May as well not keep all the cards, or all the tiles close to my chest. Best to leave some on the mahjong board. You know Yazir is an empire of horrible slavers, yes?
Yes.
It is in fact responsible for, my slave rebellion that was when Luna first graced me with, his presence.
His presence?
Cool.
Yes, and that is what, and I have been working to bring these bastards low ever since. And then I met an ally, near one of the mystic gateways in this city. Someone from Malfeas itself. Do you know there's a human population there? Humans live in hell.
Yes, we all know that. That's just called the United...
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh.
Just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right.
Right?
I'm pretty sure that it means I'm right.
Regardless, Spider's gonna continue his exposition. Now,
None the regardless.
hell is not built for humans to live in. And that would get someone in a real bad way. Bad enough to attract the attention of what was once Nibiru himself.
Nibiru!
Lord of misery and the unseen.
Just normal summon 5 times?
We have summoned many times.
She, or my apologies, they are... They wish to seek upon all those who would put others down these same miseries that they have imposed. To bring the mighty low, but also to make sure they understand how they feel.
Uh-huh. And while I'm not I, to an extent, agree with you.
So what they're...
How?
Well, what they're doing in there is... The whole time they have them in their... I suppose we'll call it, of the shadows. They've been talking to them through one of their disciples.
Right.
I believe it was some first circle demon of some variety. I forget the exact type. The point being, while being there, the disciple is convincing them of their inadequacies, of what precisely they have been doing, and breaking the building blocks of their culture down beat by beat by beat. And in the past, it's gone far enough that they've killed each other. We wait for that to finish, and then we let the actual people who live here go.
Right.
Although while I'm here explaining my plans, I suppose I should also mention my continued research into what the true threat in this region is, Fallen Star.
Right.
That's why I needed the request of the assistance from that pattern spider that you took from my hands. Still a little bitter about that, but I'm willing to let bygones be bygones.
This pattern spider did not want to go with you, though.
He would have understood eventually what it was for the greater good. Regardless, she is building some kind of horrific thing to twist fate in the worst ways possible. And that, unfortunately, went off when the Ouroboros used their magic to drag the Yaziri into the shadows. It caused them to drag everyone into the shadows. I only escaped by hiding in the reflection through lunar magic. Now, we could let them go, but... Oh no, he wouldn't actually say that. What he would say is something more along the lines of... Now, we could easily just lift the spell and eject everyone out, but we have them in a winning scenario right now. All we need to use is the benefit of time. What he's not saying is that all the people of Palanquin who are trapped in there are fucking suffering.
Piece of shit.
And of course, my research is continuing apace as of course you realize you're talking to a reflection of myself. The real me is still hard at work dissecting, let's call it an artifact of some import that I believe will be pretty important to stopping this kind of thing from happening again. Like, let's say, for example, like, Gavel, you built that turtle in the sky, yes?
With the help of my compatriots, yes.
We just called Jeffrey a turtle.
Apologies, the behemoth.
Good.
Thank you.
Now, imagine if you had been hit with that destiny warping magic at the same time. It would have turned into an unstoppable... I think the phrase in Oldrum is kaiju?
Yes.
And been rampaged as a monster to destroy the entire countryside. The worst possible result when you're growing a creature of that size, I'd say.
Indeed.
That and other similar patterns of import will warp everything around, starting at the Dreaming Sea and growing outward. My job here is to stop all that. Or at least that's the task I've taken upon me to prevent. By building a force strong enough to assault her stronghold.
Right.
What, did you think I was building an empire just for no reason? No, I'm doing all this work to save creation.
Right.
As so many other people seem to believe that they're doing.
Except in this instance, I'm right.
Days. You know what? If I had a coin for every time I heard that, I wouldn't even need to be in this war anymore.
We seem to be running into that phrasing a lot.
I think we could all agree that stopping one of the Death Lords requires everyone to put aside their arms and turn in the same direction towards the single threat.
That's
true.
That's true. Agree on.
But fuck you also.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you quite through the mirror. What was that?
Nothing.
Alright.
You're breaking up?
Here, do I need to shine that mirror of yours a little? Help you with your hearing?
As you make contact with that mirror, you notice your shadows reflected against you are all twisting and warping in the same way that Aura saw earlier.
Oh, great.
You have not been alone with this gentleman the whole time.
Oh, yeah. That much is clear.
Now, unfortunately, they're actually in Malfeas proper, so they can't come say hello. But I believe one of their students, let's call it that. That seems like the right relationship. One of their students is in their realm right now, taking care of things in their stead.
And would you happen to know where this student is exactly?
He just points at the shadows.
Thanks.
Are you planning on coming over to Malfeas? I may actually be there for a little while if you wish to plan a counter-strike. There's going to be a football game.
Wait, what kind of football again?
Not Yadana style football, real football.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, by the way, better to ask forgiveness than to ask permission. I've been spending some time with your daughter.
What about my daughter? What are you doing with her? What have you done to her?
Oh, I've done nothing to her like that. We've just been spending time together. I figured it would be a good thing to physically speak to her father.
Okay.
Let me post to you the facial expression he's making as he says this.
Didn't go so good last time, but we ball.
Ah, there we go.
Is that what he's doing?
He's doing the piece of shit expression.
He's making kind of the expression that he made in there, but I can't find the right Lightning McQueen at it.
Oh goodness!
But did he chow my daughter?
It's more like your daughter fucked him.
Oh, she chowed him!
Oh,
Rebirth! You have higher standards!
Well, she's not here right now, unfortunately. Yes, I was just letting you know that you may expect grandchildren at some point in the near future.
Gross.
Lythander, you just see him in visible disgust.
In fact, making the I fucked your daughter shit lips face.
Why would you do that to her?
Well, it's what she did to me, to be completely honest, but that's probably not discussed inside polite company.
Bro!
Well, that's something I didn't need to hear today.
Agreed. Let's never speak of it again.
Alright. So...
This is why I'm glad I don't need to worry about those kinds of things.
So...
Here.
What did she do to you?
I think that would up the age rating of this podcast if I actually explained what happened.
Did we not just say?
So let's leave it at that.
Did we not just say?
The biggest of nutrients. I mean nutrients.
Gross.
Ah, so you're a nut man. Did she put pistachios in your legume?
Shut up.
The smile actually fades for a moment and he just tilts his head in confusion. What?
What he said. Shut up.
Regardless. Oh! That's right. Some of Roxy's minions are around, aren't they? You should probably kill them.
Not them. Why?
Well, you know that she eats babies, right? Anyone who follows that is not someone I want around in my neck of the woods.
She doesn't, though.
Yeah,
I don't know. Have you ever seen her?
Exaggerated humor.
Yes.
Pulls up a picture of her on the mirror. Goes back to... This looks like the face of a woman who would eat a baby.
No, it isn't.
I mean, hey, maybe she's just a really... maybe she's just a really angry lesbian. I would be... and honestly, I respect that lifestyle.
I don't want to know her sexual inclinations, to be perfectly honest.
You don't have to.
Well, regardless, I don't think you should be allying with them. You should probably distance yourself from any who claim to fly her flag.
That's okay. I didn't ask
You know
you.
what? What's his name said that too?
Dolam?
Was it Dolam who sent the message to me? Or
Yes, it was. You would have recognized from the sheer size of that absolute unit.
The biggest.
In this session, you have met Big Gorilla NB and Shadow Twink Danger NB.
should I be MBS?
Insert the Yu-Gi-Oh card gif here.
Oh, goodness.
Fine.
All right, are there any other questions you have to ask about this man to spill his evil plans in order for Gavel to... Well, even if Gavel agrees to just let all this slide, Aura used her perfect defense, so what do you want to say to this clown?
Well, what do I want to say to this?
You don't need to say anything to him right now. He will be cutting the connection, after which you'll be free to do what you want, I guess.
So, I was looking through the city. It was... they were looking... Yeah, the people in the city are looking real scared, big guy. They were looking around for you. Mind explaining what you're doing? What I don't understand so far is what you're doing, sliding around this, slithering around the city.
Term undulating. It sounds a little more dignified.
I guess.
Well, I suppose what I was doing is just recruiting for my army.
Ah, right. That fuck-ass project you were talking about the other day.
Is it not better to be able to breathe freely without the weight of chains at your waist forevermore? That's what I'm offering these people here, locked down by Ysir as they are.
You don't need knives for that, big guy.
What makes you think I was killing anyone? Well, I was killing the Ysiri, but no one who actually lives in this city.
Said the word army. I made an educated guess.
Not all wars are won through force of arms. I heard tell from...
It's true.
Let's say sources, that you yourselves just won a war with nary a single blow.
Well, I don't like to brag, but it was a pretty...
I hope you won't whine about someone trying to copy you immediately after, but they do say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. He says shape-shifting into aura.
Didn't I beat that form out of him?
That was Gavel's. That was Gavel's form.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
That is not a good compliment. Also, stop that.
You see him visibly try and shapeshift into Gavel, but he can't anymore, so he just jumps to his default shape.
But
little baby can't transform.
Indeed. He is little baby, and he cannot transform.
Rolls his eyes. Now, I do appreciate that if you want to have words with Ouroboros about whatever her grand social engineering in Malfeas is going to be going on, feel free. Just wait until she's done here. That's all I wanted to say. If you have any other questions, then I can answer. Otherwise, I'll leave a piece. By the way, his face actually turns towards one of genuine concern. If you're considering poking around the Zenmu gate here, I would recommend being careful. Please. Just as a personal concern for the safety of yourself and the environment around you. There is a reason that the Sidereals locked that up tighter than the Empress's asshole.
bit gross, but alright. I'll keep an eye out.
He vanishes. Spider defense. So are we actually gonna bother fucking up with her, or?
I don't know.
Lythander just shrugs.
I don't know.
Actually, wait. Let me quickly calculate Spider's resolve. 3 plus 3 from courage brings it to 6. Murder Saint Decoration brings it to 8. From Sun King Radiance, that brings it to 10. He rolled 11 successes.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, so close.
Yeah. Spider would hard bargain out of that, I think.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think what Spider says after doing that and scratching the back of his head, you know, it feels kind of wrong to just not get in there and punch some wizards in the face.
I agree.
Why don't we go in there and help speed up the work?
Honestly,
Class, what do you
haven't
think?
agreed with you. Haven't agreed with him in a long time, but you know what? That does sound fun.
The people in there are probably...
What's up?
something's... Well, to put an unfortunate pun on this, but something seems fishy here.
Hey.
But... But, yes, we also need to make sure that when we finally go to battle against Glimmer, then we will need all the allies we can get.
I think his, I think that I may as well share a picture of what his human form looks like.
Oh boy.
Not 100% one-to-one, but he has an incredibly similar vibe. I think Korak would recognize this man immediately. He looks a lot like this, without all the tentacles in the way.
I see. Uh-huh.
So he's very punchable. Got it.
I mean, you couldn't tell that from his image?
He's more punchable now, I should say.
Yeah.
Wise up.
My daughter fucked him shit lips energy. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my.
And he did, in fact, say that just to get a rise out of you.
Piece of shit.
He gave no indication about anything about the relationship being weird, and I will say, out of character, this was all perfectly above board, and they both just had a one-night stand.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Sounds
And they
good.
are, they're both, old. So who gives a shit about that? But between two consenting adults, whatever. The point is that he's rubbing it in Lythander's face, and that's the bad part.
Yeah, Lythander is not happy about that. He's gonna have a long talk with his daughter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done better?
Oh,
You couldn't have done, I don't know, Gavel?
The one other thing I will
What?
say, as you are in the city, and something I actually forgot to do earlier from rolling 12 successes on an awareness roll. Aura,
Yo.
you think you might have an understanding of where the gate is from your descent down here? Or the gate to Malfeas is, rather. Hope you're wrong. Because it was... You're currently on the portion of the city where the four giants are holding it aloft, I would say. The unfortunate thing is you could have seen a flicker of green, hellish brass essence as you were descending, as something was trying to open but wasn't letting it. I would say near the upper thigh of one of the giants. At least you hope it was the upper thigh. And not, in fact...
It was the lower thigh.
And not, in fact, climbing through the giant's ass in order to get to hell.
I mean, hey. I've been in worse places.
Yes, I'm turning Butt City around against you.
I see. I still don't remember how the fuck I came up with Butt City.
I think you may have found that online via Googling.
That sounds like me.
So, I believe now
All
is
right.
the time for
Let's move.
a few more ventures. Let's say that this is going to... Let's simplify this and say that this is just going to be a research venture in order to determine Which one would you like to go into first? How to get the Malfeas gateway open, or how to get into the Shadow Zone?
The Bone
I'm down
Zone.
for Shadow Zone.
The Shadow Zone probably would be our first thing.
Hey, how to break into Ouroboros's dark... How to break into the city's shadows. All right, let's scroll down to that relevant section of Venture. Oh, this would actually be investigations, I believe. Deliberate misdirection is going to be the first thing you're doing, because the shadows are always constantly moving, as shadows do.
Yes.
Especially given all the very unusual architecture being constructed on top of 4 giant mega titans. You remember the end of Majora's Mask?
Right.
That's the scale these guys are at, if not way bigger. Let's go ahead and have Ouroboros roll a secondary pool roll for remote shadow control.
Ouroboros, Chris.
All right, beat her 3 successes. This is going to take either awareness or sagacity.
Sounds good.
I will certainly do sagacity. Any
I'll
attributes?
give it a go for awareness.
Fortitude, in order to keep focus, because everything's jumping around constantly.
Okay.
7.
Success.
Ooh.
3.
All right, well, Aura succeeded. Gavel, you try and pinpoint information, but at every turn, the shadows are actively moving around to foil you. You know those classic comedy skits where someone's pretending to be a statue and they just always constantly keep moving, but they turn around so they have to stand still, always stock still sudden?
Yep.
That's what's happening with you in the shadows right now.
Oh, goodness sakes. All right.
Shadows are moving alarmingly still and then very fast, and it is a fucking headache to keep your eyes on. This is the most pain in the ass magic you've come across in a long time. And to think this is what's been going on in hell, where things already aren't great. You have enough trouble with the plates of the city constantly moving to try and crush you like Midgar on steroids. Now you have to deal with the shadows fucking with you constantly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But for Aura, these shadows still follow the laws of light. As such, there is going to be a specific moment when it will be best possible to get a point of egress into the shadow dimension, because they will all be in the same place. Noon.
Noon.
When the sun reaches its absolute zenith in the sky, that is when all the shadows will be mystically in place enough for you to pierce an entry through. That is when the shadows won't be able to move at their own free will. You have 4 overflow successes. So let's say that allowing access to 1 off-limits resource, place, or information source for 3 successes, but you can also learn someone's secrets to decrease their resolve by 1 against you when you leverage it. And you could purchase the resolve 1 twice for 2 successes each. The off-limits resource would be 3. But you could also get an accurate profile of the offender for +1 to sagacity rolls related to them. 1 success each, max 3. You got 4 to work with here.
I got 4 to work with, so we got secrets, full profile. What's the most expensive one?
Off-limits resources.
I'll take that.
Okay, that'll be a... I think in this example, it would get bad enough that that Dragon Blood kid from earlier goes to you. Yeah, sorry.
Right.
Oh, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Tanaka.
Ah.
I really should change my name. Ever since I Exalted, I've been meaning to do that. I just can't think of anything good.
Figure it out in time. Don't rush it.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. I know that you're a solar, which is... I'm gonna be honest, I'm fucking terrified of you. You guys almost killed creation 1,000 years ago. Alright. the point being, I have something that I discovered back when I first lit up that I can do, but through elemental magic, I can do some shit with elementals, including all the ones in this city. I think I can have them focus their lightning because they're air spirits. I can have them focus their lightning to distort the shadows into whatever shape you need for a brief second. Like a door. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
the issue being that I'm Babby. If I went in there, I would just get myself torn to shreds!
Yeah, okay.
Alright, I'll go ahead and have all the cloud folk start whipping all their magics up. Oh god, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. He was staring at your boobs the whole time.
Of course.
He is a teenager.
That's okay.
Little does he know that they are
technically not the whole time, but sometime.
Little did he know that they are Lythander's masterpiece.
That's okay, I was staring at my boobs too.
Oh, just like in that one Jurassic Park game where the boobs are your health meter.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
Next step.
I don't know about this.
Next step is going to be... Let's say that this goes into the Ancient Mystery Difficulty 7 segment. Oh, I should note you have one success left from that first roll. You could get an accurate profile of the offender for +1 sagacity rolls against them with that.
Yeah, I could...
Alright, I guess...
No. I mean, let me see. If, only if all of my friends can benefit from it too. Okay, yes. Yeah,
I guess in order
like
for how that's represented mechanically, you get a free question from your question list.
Free question from the question list. All right, yeah, time to pull it up.
And you can, of course, spend motes to ask any other questions too.
Let's see. Shit, let me pick it up.
Yeah, as mentioned off content, that spell unfortunately got nerfed for the final release. You have to spend a mote for every question.
Alright, everybody. It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Motive Discerning Technique.
Excellent. Now Rex gets to take a drink as you explain all this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a series of questions here we can ask. A whopping 10 different questions we could ask the GM, and they have to answer truthfully if we ask correctly. Keep in mind, we can also improvise questions in the spirit of the charm, of course. But the questions we have are: does the character feel positively, negatively, or neutrally about me? Do the character and I share a virtue? Do the character and I share an intimacy? What haven't I noticed about the character? How could I get the character to do what I want? Who's really in authority here? Thank you, wise-eyed courtier method. What do I have that someone here wants? What would constitute a grievous faux pas in this circle? What grudge is being hidden? And who doesn't belong here?
One of those questions you get for free.
We get one question for free, and approximately any number of them, as long as I continue to spend motes to ask them.
For the free question, that's a good one.
How attractive is Lythander?
No. I think we can probably just... Because the kid outright said that they were afraid of you, so...
Yeah.
Well, this isn't a question about the kid, I think. This is questions pointing to Ouroboros.
Oh, yes. True. Okay, yeah.
I'm not afraid of me, and I'm not afraid enough to stop looking at my boobs, apparently.
Apparently.
There are similar relationships between fear and arousal.
Indeed, it's a thin line, believe me.
Why do you think monster fuckers are a thing?
Hey,
exactly, especially the true monsters.
Lovely.
The people who are into true monsters, they're the real freaks.
Yeah, shout outs to those guys.
Oh, goodness.
Shout out to Stinger.
Shout out to Stinger.
Shout outs to Tanya.
And shout outs to Red Hand Rebirth, too. Mutual monster fuckers.
Actually, hold on, let me just real quick pick it up.
Let's see. Maybe grievous faux pas would be a good one to ask.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. All right, let's check on that. We haven't seen that one in a bit. What would constitute a grievous faux pas in this circle?
Towards Ouroboros. Okay. I think what would constitute a grievous faux pas in this circle, Ouroboros doesn't really care all that much about Palanquin. You can tell because they're not here personally. They're still in Malfeas, so you'd think what they would actually care about and would turn their wrath against you is if you started interfering with their plans to reform Malfeas, as they would phrase it. They're just here doing this as a favor for Stinger. Their real goals are in the City of Brass. All right,
that is something I was wondering about in terms of what did they mean by reform Malfeas.
You get additional questions you could get for moat tithing.
I'll spend a moat for that question.
Okay, which one?
What constitutes reforming Malfeas?
Making the demons more human. So they can understand what they've been doing to people. Anthropomorphizing as a weapon.
Yes.
What was that last part?
So they can understand what they've been doing to people. I think I could give a little bit of information for free is whatever happened to Ouroboros in Malfeas is something that they want to inflict back onto their tormentors.
Oh, brother.
All right, any other questions for moats? I'll say I think you're at 1 anima right now. When you go at 4 or above, you can't hide your exalted nature anymore. Which is when people would know openly that you're a solar, which maybe cause for interesting times.
I think I will keep... You know what? I think I'll keep myself at this.
We can probably do one more question.
Although you can bank... I
don't think I will.
You spent the anima in your Hearthstone to do the oath to prove your identity to Spider, so you could load 2 more anima safely into your rock. And then keep spending a little bit more if you want more info.
So, all right, what do we want? What do I have that someone here wants?
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of, yes.
All right, GM, what do we have here that someone here wants?
Give me a moment to think about the best answer to that question. Spider.
Really?
Oh my.
That shadow, as it leaned over Spider, saw the cast mark glimmer on his forehead, marking him as a dusk cast. One of the most horrifying forces of destruction ever created as the fighters of the Solar Exalted, as he once was. She wants to use him as a terror weapon if given the opportunity.
Oh dear.
Because remember, dusk casts can scare things that are immune to fear.
Oh goodness.
Be real careful where you let Spider out of your sight when you take him to hell.
Yep.
So, get Spider directly out of our sight, got it. So just lose Spider in the city, got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Hey Spider, do you want to go back into the Gaul for a bit?
No.
May I ask why?
It smells in there.
To be completely honest, I really want to practice my martial arts on those Uziri.
Okay.
Any other questions, or do you want to move to the next venture step?
Let's move to the next venture step.
All right.
Well, you heard the man.
All right. Difficulty 7 to figure out how to make the door. This is going to be sagacity in regards to coordinating with the elementals. This is an automatic stunt from the elementals' assistance.
Wow.
All right. I am going to proc a excellency.
All right, and you could add your own stunt in addition to the auto stunt, I should note.
Oh.
Because that's applied from the GM layer.
I'm going to go over to Gavel, pluck one of her hairs, and say,
Ow!
Alright, so we might need something from Malfeas, so I mean, this might help a bit. Gavel, do you have anything else of yours that you can remove?
Oh, hang on a
don't care
second.
that'd be sacrificed.
Florivert slides on over and hands to you a joint.
Is this grown from Malfeas?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I wrap it in Gavel's hair and light it and throw it on the ground.
I should do many things to you, just for that alone.
Yes, but you know you wouldn't because you love me too much.
For now.
Well, let me rephrase that. You might also love my ex too. So
Add a stunt.
9 successes.
Difficulty
Oh my
7, so yeah,
goodness.
you do it.
Mamma mia.
To the dark, to the shadow. Let's just call this the Shadow Realm. That's kind of what this is.
The Shadow Realm.
Wait a second. Don't I have a spell
Like
that
that.
that allows me to open a door up anyway?
That's an optional
Shadow Realm.
evocation you could have taken for the gal that you didn't.
Okay.
But you're doing this manually via a much higher difficulty threshold.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'd imagine you have to go back upstairs again. You guys have been just running up and down the plate elevator all day.
Yeah.
It's the Final Fantasy VII stairs scene.
Every
I'm
day
so
is
tired.
leg day.
Every day I'm shuffling. Do, 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 do.
I'm so tired.
Hey, Lythander, hard bargain.
For what?
Either you lose. Oh wait, did you say that in character?
What? Every day I'm shuffling? No.
Yeah. Okay, never mind then.
Oh.
Do not
She's
tell
here.
me Yoctan.
Scary. Oh no. Not her again. Not again.
I can't believe she's here.
I can't believe she's
Hey,
here.
shouldn't she be back in heaven?
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe it.
Corollary, everyone else make me a difficulty 7 awareness roll, not part of the venture.
All right. Any specific attribute? Any? Okay. Or no, that'd be
Question: Do my senses tingle of not this bitch again?
Oddly enough, no.
Okay. Because I thought I won that roll off to remember her.
You did.
Okay.
5 successes.
Aura,
Yes.
please make an awareness roll. Any attribute.
Ah, right. Excuse me. Let me just. All right, I get a 2 dice penalty.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Not
Wow, that's a
almost,
botch.
not quite.
11 ones, impressive.
All right, that's 4.
I think what I could give you as a
4
consolation, even though
successes.
none of you noticed them, is something is off. As you start investigating the how to pierce into the world of the shadows, it feels like
that way.
that oppressive, no fun allowed aura is back, but she's not here. You know for a fact you
Pub-
kicked her ass. How is this kind of magic back?
Pumpkins.
Oh, I'm still in a lot of pain. Yes, master.
Can you smell anything, old friend?
No.
Oh.
Damn.
Someone is using
All
that
right.
same kind of magic she did, but somehow copied it. But with that out of the way, you are successfully able to... Oh, actually, who would have triggered the End of Joy so far by now? No, it's not retroactive. It was only just turned on. Let's be fair. Besides, we've been recording for 2 hours. I don't want to go back through every single fucking minute of this.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
All right, yeah, you have everything set up, Lythander. You start doing, like, a grand strategy map gameplay, like placing elementals everywhere in the Blue Gauze City. Above to be able to shoot lightning bolts at the exact moments. You get me a coffee. You stand over there. You piss on this rock.
Oh, yeah.
You stand over there. You're not needed. You could go home. So on and so forth until everyone is at the exact right places for you to crack the gateway open. Final option. This is going to be an opposed roll against Ouroboros.
Right.
Or they are spending an excellency on this. I gotta keep my own character's pronouns straight. This is with the penalty for addressing a group. Alright, can you beat a 5? This is going to sound odd, but... Integrity.
Integrity.
I can rock with integrity.
Fortitude.
That's 7.
Alright. Do the rest of us need to roll that as well?
Yeah.
Okay, integrity plus... Fortitude.
Integrity plus fortitude. Am I integral to the plot here?
Yes.
I don't think I am. I think I'm going to botch this right here. 4 successes.
1 success.
You want to do an emergency stunt, Lythander?
Sure, but I don't know what would be the
Your
best.
own shadow is starting to emerge and bother you.
Is this how I am to people? Oh, God!
Add a stunt.
Yes.
Add a stunt.
Oh.
Spider's going to do an assist action on Lythander.
Okay.
Hopkins will do an assist action for Gavel.
Alright.
Alright,
That's 3 extra dice.
roll 3 more dice, Lythander.
That's 4 successes.
Alright, you're fine.
Wow.
Putting me to 8.
And now for Hopkins
Incredible.
with the dice penalty from his injury.
Indeed. My poor dog.
Oh.
Oh.
That is how a Korak feels when he rolls half
Yep.
the time.
Ooh.
So,
Poor Hopkins still needs some time in the ER.
still needs to be in Vegeta's Mondo Cool Tube.
Yes.
In the Eeyore.
Yeah, poor guy doesn't have Exalted healing. He'll need several months of physical therapy.
Yep.
Lythander, at the last moment before this shadow says anything to you, Spider punches it out and uses
thank you, my friend. He looks
spirit
annoying.
slaying stance, killing your shadow.
Wow.
I look down. Do I have a shadow?
Nope.
I don't know if that's going to be any repercussions to that, but thank you.
Wanted to see if I could kill someone's
out.
shadow, and it's cool that I can.
I have a feeling that if Aura didn't break the contract, you wouldn't have been able to do that.
Probably.
Maybe.
Gavel.
I offer him a drink.
Yeah, he takes a sip. You're seized with a sudden burst of paranoia. But not your paranoia.
The paranoia.
Someone is whispering in your ear.
Hmm.
The
Are you
whispers.
certain that your masters are the righteous ones here? They call them demons for a reason, you know. I'm doing what I can to make reality a better place. Join me. Use your authority over the Yozi to fix the Yozi. And beyond that, this is a instill action to try and instill in you an intimacy of mistrust against the Yozi.
Oh boy.
What's your resolve?
My resolve is still 3.
Okay, they rolled 5 successes. So,
Oh god.
do you have any intimacies you could use to boost to reject this?
I will trust in my allies.
All right, you would count the Yozi as your allies, I suppose. So that means you parry because defenders win ties.
Excellent.
Damn.
What do you say to this figure?
Fuck you. I like
Suck
my
me.
demons.
Then you will be treated as one.
Wow.
Do you want to?
What a dick.
Hey, Gavel. Because this is the first time
Yes.
you're actually talking directly to Ouroboros, would you like to roll read intentions on them?
I most certainly would like to read roll intentions on
Embassy
them.
awareness or embassy or awareness, your call.
Embassy. And I'm going to.
I would also
spend
allow
most-
presence because this
I'll
is
actually
one on
do
one.
embassy. I'll actually do embassy because I can use an excellency in embassy.
All right.
Any attribute?
Any, yeah.
Excellent. Please. 3 successes.
That's a success.
Excellent.
Ooh.
You're not speaking with a human.
Oh.
What?
You realize, as you turn to look over your shoulder, you see the flicker of a gargantuan shadow the size of a city in and of itself. You realize, however, that this entity is... So you know how exaltations work? It is a third soul symbiotically binding itself to a human being to act as a power engine. Upper, lower, exaltation. This is an exaltation. A portion of the highest power, most mighty portion of an Umbral's soul is their exaltation given life and personality. Effectively, all Umbrals are end-of-part JoJo stand users in terms of power, and also there's sometimes when the stands have personalities of their own, it's all of those.
Oh my goodness. All
You're
right.
speaking to effectively you're speaking to a portion of the Umbral. Let me see what other information I could get you from read intentions other than that establishing shot. Because you only just barely met. So I don't know.
Yep.
One bit of information you wish to learn in addition to that. Target's motive, virtues, or intimacies.
Let's intimacies.
Unfortunately, you need to spend 2 to learn a minor or major. Ooh. So you only have 1 for learning a goal or intention they have.
Okay. Well, let's see. I guess intention then.
Okay, their intention in this scene is to try and scare you away so that they can finish returning vengeance onto demons by having them tear themselves apart.
I see.
Trying to convince you because you're the uptight, righteous woman that you are, that she is in fact doing the right thing. That's not really the case in your eyes.
Right.
Hey, it turns out making people miserable is making people miserable, no matter what shape they are.
What a surprise.
Yeah, it is like giving a human being the sun and hunger for chlorophyll, and then depriving them of sunlight.
Oh, goodness.
We already have problems with that sunlight anyway, but that's beside the case. The point is that she's doing a lot of bullshit, or they're doing a lot of bullshit, I'm sorry, for no gain.
I feel that.
And they're also making hell a worse place to be, and hell already kind of sucks to live in. That's why it's called hell. Alright, and that's the final step of the venture. Okay. Have the gateway forged and made. Before that, however, are there any other prep actions you want to run for the Malfeas trip or the gateway there? Because that is sealed and will require its own venture to open, but you can also ask around with any of the figures on your side, tangentially or not, as well as you want to get ready for the soccer game? Or sorry, the football game.
Football!
Football Creaciano.
I think that, would anyone a large portion of the Ashen ones actually cross-reference themselves and, come up to Florivert. Sir, does telekinesis count as touching the ball with your hands?
Florivert takes a massive bong rip.
Well, I'm not on the body of sports for that. I'm gonna have to go check. You know there ain't no rules about a dog. You know how there ain't no rules about a dog playing football?
I've heard of particular dog athletes before.
Yeah, this is that.
Some sort of...
But I thought those were just fairy tales.
Some sort of air bud, if you will.
Oh, goodness.
Someone stole the keys to my house with their mind. So they're telling the real shit about their willpower moving shit. I'm guessing that was you?
Scary.
Yeah, you're gonna want to be careful about using that shit in the city super directly, because you'll get all sorts of telekinetic arm wrestling with people, or other people are trying to teach their own strength to prove that they're the strongest will around, and whoops, there goes the lair.
It's scary out here.
Oh, by the way, what's up with the essence around here? It's all fucked up. Spends a mote for Measure the Wind, and starts referring to circumstances that sound an awful lot like the Loom of Doom's test effects described earlier. Yeah, it feels like everything just went to shit for a solid 5 minutes, and that caused the whole city downstairs to vanish or something. I don't know, I kind of cross-faded out.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel.
What was, any clue what the hell that was? That feels like something I should go tell Orabilis when he makes me report back in again.
I feel like we're gonna find out soon enough. We already decided to separate. We already decided to take the Scooby-Doo route and separate. Cover more ground.
All right. What do you want to name your team for the football?
That is a good question. What does Gavel want to name the football team?
The football team, huh?
Let's see.
Name it the
Xanark and Dabes.
Let's see.
Yalda City.
The Jeffrey jump shots.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, the
that
jump
actually
shots.
works.
Not bad.
Lythander, do Jeffrey jump shots sound like a good team name?
Well, there's no jump shots in soccer.
As long as you don't touch the ball with your hands, anything goes.
I mean, you're not wrong, but...
Oh, you're gonna want to be real careful of the champion, he says, taking a puff. She has, like, thousands of legs, so she's, like, undefeated in soccer matches.
I mean, that's a good enough name.
Oh, I'm sorry, football matches. I gotta stop mixing up with the Adana's bullshit. I do think there is gonna be a brief social scene before, as you prepare to enact Lythander's spell, Nue requests everyone's attention. Guys, are you sure we should be stopping this? I mean, he's going to kill the Yaziri occupiers. That's a sure thing. If we break our way in there, who knows how many more innocents are going to be hurt. She is looking especially at Aura, trying to see... What should we do?
Well, this is a kind of difficult social situation that I was trained to deal with. As far as I'm concerned, the best course of action is to stop as much carnage as possible. We go to the space ace they're occupying, find the perpetrator. As long as we can find the perpetrator, we can get out of this. We can get out of this one unalive still.
I do think that the identity of the perpetrator becomes clear as Lythander starts the magic. You see a brief flicker of a shape. Gavel, you recognize that immediately as Theodosia.
Okay.
So, there's countless first circle demons, given how the Yozi soul structure work. It is widely regarded that one of the most dangerous first circle demons is the Theodosia. Not necessarily the deadliest, or the most threatening in combat, but the most dangerous. The reason that a Theodosia are so feared by summoners is because there's only one of them spread across many bodies. It's a hive mind. So anything one Theodosia learns or sees, the central intelligence will learn about.
Gotcha.
Be relayed among others because they're all one mind. They're one entity. They're not as dangerous in combat as a second circle demon. They're not more dangerous than the specifically combat focused, like the Blood Apes or anything of their kin. But the reason they're dangerous is because of the fucking intel. Oh, and they also dissolve holy symbols by looking at them.
Oh, hold on.
Some other magic nasty bullshit tricks. They're also not a pushover in a fight either, especially when this one has been taught martial arts. They look like lion dogs also. Posted a picture of relevant statues.
Yeah, almost like the Shisha.
Yeah, but fucked up and evil.
The Shisa. Yee.
Indeed.
You see the brief flicker of the shadow of a Thaaaaaat reared up on its hind legs in a fucking martial arts stance. This demon knows kung fu. Whoa.
Great stuff.
Whoa.
Reminder, sorcery can be learned by anything in the setting, so can martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Always lovely.
I think the Thaaaaaat shadow does look at Gavel, briefly. Our first encounter with another of you. Soon we shall have met you all. Why do you interfere with our mistress's, with our employer's work?
I'm at a bit of... I have a bit of a disagreement with your employer's plan, nothing more.
Then it will be nothing personal when we test our might against you.
Agreed.
We will meet again once you have destroyed this form in the city, should you prove triumphant.
Expect me.
Bows, and then returns to the fighting stance.
All right.
I think we will end off a little bit of a short end episode, unless anyone else has anything they want to take care of.
Not particularly.
I think I'm good, at least.
I'm good.
All right. We will have one other to be continued scene for later. Give me a moment to take a sip as I consider what to end the scene off on.
Water fuels the mind, you see.
It's what demons need now. They're very upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, no, I've got it. We zoom in on Malfeas. The Thaaaaaat has just finished its conversation with Gavel. It's in another body, naturally. It turns to a rather portly figure. Dressed in the House Tepet Mons.
Oh my goodness.
Message has been received. Silence. The message has been received. More silence. The figure is lying down and is asleep. The Thaaaaaat jumps up onto his belly like a cat. We have relayed the message. Still asleep. Awaken! No! What's the big idea? I need to get better at doing some Pete voices in the future. The point being...
Don't worry, there's plenty of voice clips to get through.
SWAT...
Hey, what's that for? What's that for?
How's about another chase? Swats the Thaaaaaat off.
Gotta change.
As requested, the other Infernal has received the invitation to the game. Now, do you want to take it then, or while you wait until later? I don't see why I got to tell yous anything. What's your interest in that anyway? Personal matter. The threat facing all of hell is our interest because it bypasses the networks we go through to directly interface with the unquestionables themselves. Moreover, you are human. You care about other humans. And we, particularly, do not appreciate having to consume this liquid. It sighs, trundles across, and sips from the bowl of water that Tepet laid out for it. So demeaning. You got to have a lot of water for all those bodies, don't you? Yes. It hisses incredibly angrily. Oh, I almost forgot. Rundles around in his pocket, pulls out what is unmistakably one of the peaches of immortality. I got to do some planning. And if you see what's his name, who's the Fennec of, The forest, Kagami. The coremost center soul of the forest that is Srosny. Yeah, him. I got some planting to do. And as he goes off in that direction, we see in the City of Brass Sky's thundering shadow that he unknowingly walks past. Turning at a watch, looking at the shadows moving past her, and weighing the options of who she should help. Ouroboros or you. You were only promised to be allied in the short term, after all. And that was many sessions ago.
So they do have history.
Not antagonistic history.
It's true.
From one creature of darkness to another. Do you believe that... What would you say about adding more to the Neverborn's ranks? And we'll end off there, because holy shit, that's sinister to take in. Hey, would you like to cause more Titans to fucking perma-die?
Oh, goodness.
We'll see.
That would cause a lot of problems, given that... Hey, we killed the concept of time and space, and now the world is finite and we can't time travel anymore. That's not officially canon, but that's been a pretty convincing hypothesis I've seen for why those things are impossible. They had to do those in order to fucking win the war and make sure the demons didn't come back and would stay dead, is the core thesis of that I've seen. But before we can end the podcast, we have to thank our patrons.
Our lovely patrons.
Hey, yo!
Patrons.
Wait, I think there might be... Is there only 2 of them? Or
At the moment, there's 2 of them. Thank you to Storm and to GB for supporting us for these since we put this Patreon up a couple months back.
Woo! Thank you.
Excellente.
You have made our long sleepless nights a little bit less long and a little bit less sleepless.
It is possible we might be able to return to some more games in the near future. We just had a discussion off content about a certain card-playing tabletop role-playing game, but
games!
Also, Chill's schedule may be able to free up in the near future, but also perhaps JoJo may appear. Who knows? We will discuss which game will come back, what to do off content.
Indeed.
Perhaps.
All right, I'm hitting.
Good night, everybody.
Yep, I'm hitting my stop button. Thank y'all for stopping by. See you next time for Darkness Conquers All Worlds, and also lead up to entering Hell proper. See you then. Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy crew are proud to bring you this and other AP content, like Tomb of the Red Giant, the first half of our complete JoJo's Bizarre Adventure AP, as well as Rune Runners, our Icon AP. We'll also have a Patreon by the time you hear this. If you like what you've heard so far, feel free to drop us a little bit of money if you can afford to do so, and we could bring you even more content in the future. APs live and die by word of mouth, so if you liked us, please drop us a follow, like, share, retweet, whatever you can think of to help us out. We are excited to bring you more bi-weekly content in 2 weeks from now for the next FateBreakers, and other episodes time permitting. See you then.